You absolutely have to force yourself to get things done. Great change can only occur if you forcefully allow it to happen. You know, it's not going to happen when you just sit there hoping, wishing that it will come into your life, making the same mistakes over and over again, and then asking yourself, why is my life not moving forward? Because you're not forcing it hard enough. You're not waking up when your alarm is going off. You're snoozing. You ignore it, you turn it off, you try to avoid it as much as possible. You know, when you have to put the trash out, you don't want to put the trash out. When you have to make up your bed, you don't make up your bed. When you're supposed to be kind, you are mean, and you allow your emotions to take control. And so you allow your emotions to take control in every other aspect in your life. You have to force it. You have to get up and to get it done. You have to force that. If you want to be a YouTuber, for example, you have to force yourself to stand in front of a camera and to press the record button in order to record the video that you want to record. Then you have to force yourself past your emotions, past your insecurities, past your doubts to upload it to YouTube. And then continuously do that over and over and over again. And yes, with every video that you upload, with everything that you do, with the business that you even want to start, you have to force yourself. Because if you don't force yourself, nothing is going to change and you're going to remain in the same position. Like there's like this theory of there's a basic attack and a special attack. I've learned this from one of my coaches. The basic attack is the basic things that we do. So it's what we've been implanted with and what we've been grown up with, you know, the beliefs that we have. Most people have negative thoughts. I sometimes also have negative thoughts and I think negative things. But what do I then do to fix that? Well, I try to use my special attack. And I use my special attack as much as possible up until it becomes my basic attack. Now, what does that mean with thoughts? So, for example, if you have a negative thought of, I think I talk like shit, you know, that's a belief that I have. And then I forcefully tell myself, no, I don't talk shitty. And then I look for reasons, like I look for experiences in my life where I can prove that I don't talk shitty. Or I try to find something else, you know. It doesn't matter what my skill set is. There are people who need this message to be heard. And then I'm able to force myself to stand in front of the camera and to record the video. And then this is considered as a special attack. And if you do this often enough, eventually like the basic code that is written in your mind will be overwritten so that you can then start applying the special code as your basic code. But you have to do it for a long enough time. And the same thing applies with being disciplined. The same thing applies with making the progress that you want. I remember like 3 years ago when I had broken up with this girl that I was with. I wasn't working out for most of the years. You know, COVID happened. I was at home. I was lazy. I was smoking a lot of weed. And then when I had forced myself to break up with her, what I then did, I wanted to get back in shape. So I had to force myself to work out. And I really didn't want to work out, you know. My workouts felt like a dread. I really didn't want to get up and to do like push-ups. I didn't want to get up and do pull-ups because I mainly do bodyweight exercises, FYI, in case you were interested. Because I don't really like going to the gym, but that is a separate topic, I guess. And so I had to force myself. And there were many days where I didn't want to do it. You know, I couldn't be bothered. My muscles were sore. I was lazy. I had so many excuses that I could give myself to not train bodyweight exercises, to not get in shape again. Because I felt like just lazy. I just felt like tired. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the motivation. Still, I did it. And now for 3 years straight, like coming up to 4 years actually, I've been working out. And I'm absolutely proud of myself that I did that. Was I proud of myself during those moments? Not necessarily. I was proud of myself after the workout. You know, this is the thing with delayed gratification. Usually when you do it, you don't feel good. Usually when you do it, you like feel like you want to give up and you don't want to continue and persevere. But it's only after you have done it that you feel good and your dopamine levels start to rise and you start to feel good about yourself. You look into the mirror and you're like, yeah, bro, I look muscular and everything. You have that pump going in your body. You feel that blood. And you're happy that you did that. But throughout the entire session, it's war. You know, you have to push through your feelings. You have to push through your doubts, through like the soreness of your muscles. I'm like, I gotta do like these 10 pull-ups, but I can only do 2. So then you spend 3 minutes of your time just doing the pull-ups and you feel like you want to give up because you feel like so weak. You feel like a loser, but you have to do it. The only way that I have been able to get myself to the point that I'm training for 3 years consistently, like without stopping. Even when I had a broken finger, I was still training. I had broken my finger in jiu-jitsu. Like, it was on a mat. Like, we were rolling, and I landed on my arm like this. And then what had happened, the guy pushed me, and my finger, like, remained stuck. I hope you can see it properly. I hope you can still hear me. Like, my finger remained, like, on the mat, and it went backwards. It just snapped. Even when I had a broken finger, I still trained jiu-jitsu. It was broken. I could barely do anything. Still, I went to train. And I was still training calisthenics, like body weight exercises. Like, I didn't allow that to stop me. And I had the reason to not train. But I just adapted my workout sessions to the situation that I was in. And I still gave it my all. Like, it's no excuse that when something happens in your life, to allow that to influence the growth that you want to make. You still have to do it. You have to force it. You don't want to do something, get up, do it. You don't want to record YouTube videos, stop. Record. Stop thinking. Don't make it too difficult. Oh, you don't want to start your business? Stop. Start your business today. Do something related to it. Oh, it's too difficult. Yes, it is. It is difficult. It's not easy, but accept that. Nothing good that comes in life is easy. You know, everything that has a challenge, you have to see everything that has a challenge, that is challenging, you have to see it as something good, something worth investing your time in. What does that mean? Well, why should you do that? Because you will grow and you will develop, and over time, that will only result into like a habitual pattern that you will implement into everything in your life. Because you will start liking the challenges, you will start liking the good things. And this is what we want, don't we? Like, we wonder, and I wondered that for a long time in my life, why do I not like the challenging things? Well, it's only after going through challenges willingly for an extended amount of time that my mindset was able, like that my mind was able to enjoy these things, because you don't see the results of delayed gratification instantly. Because that's the thing, delayed gratification. The results only come after a delayed amount of time. Instant gratification, like you do on social media, it gives you, like scrolling social media, it makes you feel good. You have emotions, you feel positive, you feel good, you're laughing. But then afterwards, there's no other benefit than what you had in that current moment. But delayed gratification instead will give you results at a later amount of time. But in order to get those delayed results, you have to continue to do the practice. And like the easiest way to experience actually delayed gratification is indeed working out or running. Like just some sort of workout, because it feels so painful to do that in that moment. But once you're finished, you just feel good that you have done it. So in case you are not working out, or you're working out and you don't really understand this concept, try to see every workout that you do as a form of delayed gratification. It's a skill that you are building up that will then resonate into all the other aspects of your life. See making up your bed as you delaying gratification. Why? Because every time you make up your bed, you don't want to do it. But then you leave your room, you go do whatever, you go to work, you go to school, you go whatever you got to do. You go train, you come back, your bed is made up. And it looks nice. If you then want to bring a friend back home to you, because you guys want to chill, you want to do whatever, or you guys want to work on business, your bed is made up and you look professional. That is delayed gratification. It shows, like, it makes you feel good. It's impossible that it doesn't make you feel good in the extent, like in the long term. And it's a compounding result. And these are the aspects that you actually want to focus on. Like, you want to focus on habits that compound over an extended amount of time and that bring you results in the future. Scrolling on social media will never give you results in the future unless you do that with the intention that you want to build your brand and you're doing market research. But don't start coping. Don't start saying I'm scrolling on social media because I want to like see what other people are doing so that I can take inspiration from my brand. You know damn well that you're not doing that. I did that oftentimes in my life and that was a fucking cope. And I'm fucking ashamed that I did that. So that's why and that's one of the reasons why I've deleted social media, because I knew that I would like cope and say, oh, I'm doing market research, but I'm not doing market research. The only market research that I do is on YouTube because that's mainly the thing that I consume for education. I don't use Instagram for education. Instagram has always been like that part of me where I just want to see what other people are doing, and based on that, I can either feel good about myself or I can feel extremely bad about myself because I'm not working hard enough. So it was a toxic thing for me to indulge in, so I had to cut that out completely. And the only thing that I really use for like growing my brand is YouTube. Fuck it, that's it. And just talking to people in real life and telling them that I make YouTube videos. And even that, I don't really do that often. So I mainly thrive off of that, what I see on YouTube. And also like with my coach and everything in the community that we are in. But everything else is irrelevant. And it's just a cope. Like this is the one main thing that you need to embrace. Because there will come darker moments in your life. You will not always be motivated to get the work done. You will not always be happy and in the right mood to get the work done. So you have to force it. Change only happens when you willingly go for it to happen. You have to get up and paint the walls that you need to paint that will color your life the way that you want it to be colored. I'm now thinking back of a story of how I was able to quit eating McDonald's because I enjoyed eating McDonald's, you know. I was that guy who just loved eating his Big Mac. I just loved eating like the fries and everything. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. But I knew that it was bad for me and I had a very hard time quitting it. But I had to then force myself to quit it. Every time that I had like that thought of, I want to eat McDonald's, I said, no, I'm not gonna eat it. Every time that I passed by McDonald's, I had like that drive to go eat it. I said, no, I'm not gonna eat it. And then in order to facilitate that process of me, because you cannot only thrive off of willpower, this is just me having willpower, I then gave myself like a strong motivational why to why I shouldn't eat it. I started thinking, okay, if I eat McDonald's, then that means that I'm eating like fucked up food that then when I have children, my children will have to face the consequences of me having eaten that food consistently and not ever quitting. If I continue to eat McDonald's, I'm never gonna get the physique that I want. If I don't quit eating McDonald's, I will forever have like shitty health. I will feel tired, I will feel unmotivated to get the work done. If I don't stop eating McDonald's, then I will be like everybody else who can't think straight. And I don't want to be like them. I don't want to live a mediocre life. Only the most mediocre people that I know, the most people that you meet who eat McDonald's, they don't got shit going for themselves in their lives. And yes, you have people who do that and they have shitty health and everything and they made it in life. Yes, these rare examples exist. They do. Like I've met a guy who only ate McDonald's, but he had basically $1 million actually, yeah, because he used to live in the US. But then he moved back to Belgium, but most of his money was in dollars. And it was always like being like transferred over and back and forth. It was really annoying for him. But these guys exist. But at one point in their life, they'll have to pay with their health because their health is not going to be at a good level. And that's going to destroy everything else that they have built because the delayed result of that will not be a good one. It won't. If, for example, you have negative thoughts about anything that you don't like, whenever a random thought pops up of, I can't do this, force yourself to believe that you can do it and just get it done. Don't even think about it. Even when you have that thought, just do it. Still force yourself. Still fight yourself. Go to war and prove to yourself that you can do it because that is the only way that you can get it done. Like last week, I had a very hard time recording the videos. It was extremely hard. Like I was really going at war with resistance. Resistance was trying to get the best out of me. I was feeling insecure. I was filled with doubt. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I felt like an imposter while talking. I wasn't in the right mood. I had all the reasons to quit, but I still persevered. I went to war. I still did it, and I was very happy with the results afterwards. Because in the moment, I didn't feel like doing it. My mind was giving me everything that it needed to not persevere. But I didn't listen to my thoughts. I didn't listen to my brain. And I still went towards that what I wanted to achieve. And that is the only way that you can grow. I'm still here, standing here, recording videos, am I not? I didn't listen to those thoughts. I even went on ChatGPT and like I was fighting with myself during the recording sessions, like between every video. And I was telling ChatGPT that I have imposter syndrome. What can you do to help me? Like what can I do to solve this issue? And ChatGPT gave me 10 affirmations to why I should do this, to why I should persevere. And I used them. One of them is, if I don't do this, and if I don't share the thoughts that I have, I may help somebody to change their life completely. I may keep somebody from killing themselves. Maybe I save somebody's relationship. Maybe I save somebody's life. You know, these are very important things. Like these are impactful things that really drive me to go forward. And thanks to ChatGPT, I have now a list of affirmations that I can use that every time before I record, well, I'm lying. I didn't do it today. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I did that, but I have it in the back of my mind that whenever I feel doubt, I can go to the list of affirmations, read them, be motivated again, and go again. And I wouldn't have had that if I'd given up in that moment. If I decided to then not force myself, despite feeling so fucked up, like I was emotionally going through it. Like, at a certain point, I thought I was going to have a panic attack, but I didn't give into it. I still forced myself to it. I forced myself to the challenge, and the results are amazing. Like, I'm proud of myself that I did that. Maybe the videos weren't that good. It doesn't matter. That's not the goal. The goal is that I challenge myself, that I build up the skill of forcing myself through the challenges, force myself through the resistance, through the doubts that I have. And as a result, over an extended amount of time, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, that will turn me into an impeccable man who can take on almost any challenge. And that is what I want. And these are the baby steps that I have to take in order to get it done. So I hope this video has been of meaning for you. I want to wish you a very nice day. If you like this video, let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, do whatever. Do whatever you want. And you know what I'm going to say? Remember that you are 100% responsible for the results in your life. Make the hard decision today, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye-bye.